Hello guys and welcome to another tutorial. This time let's have a look at the new instance Allos Cosmos, and I'm going to show you how to solo it. Keep in mind that I recorded this video on the North American server. Here the support doesn't give a flying fuck about bug using, because the game there is literally dead. What I will show you in this video can lead to the suspension of your account, so be aware. I don't recommend you to use it on the EU servers. However, as I figured out, almost everybody on Europe is using those bugs too, so I thought I might as well just make a video about it so every one of us can profit from it. At the end they can't ban the whole server, and to be honest I don't think they will fix it, because it's all about customer satisfaction, am I right? And who doesn't love to be able to solo or even duo dungeons to outmax their profits? Bugs like that make the game more exciting for me, and if you follow the steps in this video you can enjoy it too. All you need is 2 accounts. With one account you're going to level up a Spiritmaster, a Sorcerer or a Cleric as your main DPS char. As I have shown you in one of my previous videos, you can get the full Stormwing gear with a Padmarashka weapon for every of your alts as starter gear. This gear is more than enough for this dungeon and will do the trick. As a second requirement, you will need to level up a Chanter on a second account. With the help of this char, you're going to heal yourself in all boss fights. And to do this, you have to create a healing macro first. And this is how to do it. You're going to place a healing skill from your bar into the macro and put a delay after every skill. You can be creative with this and vary the skills to your own liking. For my claims, however, I try to keep it simple. Once you've created your healing rotation, copy and paste it to make it as long lasting as possible. This way your Chanter will heal you at least for 30 seconds while you can DPS in the meantime on your main char. Okay, for the first boss we will use a little trick here by jumping on the tree. This way you can avoid getting hit by an annoying debuff from the boss, which confuses you and lets you attack your own group mates. After you placed your main DPS like this, you can spawn the boss with your Chanter and start DPSing it from above. Place your Chanter 20 meters away in order to avoid the debuff from the boss too. And don't forget to activate your healing macro every 30 seconds by switching clients. The next boss is located in the nearby village. Talk to the NPCs there, because they have a chance to drop an item with whom you can spawn an additional boss later. Also they will give you beans, which you will need to dispel the mirror shield from the upcoming boss. Be aware however, sometimes instead of receiving a bean, a mob will spawn, which will confuse you with a debuff if you don't pay attention. To spawn the boss, you will need to find a mirror in the village, which can spawn on 5 random spots. After that you go to the spring and click on the mirror in your inventory to call the boss. There's no way to bug the boss, so I recommend you to gather 8k DP and as much beans as possible before you start. In this try I needed 18 beans, so depending on your gear you might as well collect at least the same amount. After that, glide like this to a spot on a mountain above the next boss. If you attack him from up here, you can avoid getting pulled and feared by its mechanics. However, the boss will still hit you, so I recommend timing your leech skills and pay special attention that your healing macro is always active. After you have killed the boss, a small treasure chest will spawn on the beach nearby, which in the rare case contains a drop. The next boss is called Haitota, and it has a ton of HP as well as a skill called Hellfire, which can one-shot you. To avoid the skill, we have to attack him from the roof of this hut and use a position bug. Once you have placed your character like this, you need to relock or else the position bug won't work. After you have done all the steps, simply pull the boss towards you by using your Earth Spirit to taunt him and start attacking it from at least 20 meters apart. Even though Hellfire won't hit you, the boss will still play all its other mechanics and deal damage on you during the fight. As a Spiritmaster, you have 2 leeches, and if you time it right, you don't even need to heal yourself with your ult. Okay, the next boss can be spawned in one of the 2 altars with an item that you sometimes receive by talking to the villagers like I have shown you before. Also, we are not gonna use any bugs on this one, just simply heal yourself with your Chanter and DPS it down. This boss has a chance to drop every item from the instance. However, the drop chances are lower than my score on Tinder, so that's pretty frustrating. The last boss is called Gangcheol. Before you enter the cave, make sure you click the second option while talking to the NPC, because this will activate the hard mode with an increased drop rate. On this boss we will use a bug where he doesn't attack at all. Simply stand like this on the exact spot here and start pulling him towards you with the help of your Earth Spirit. After the boss, move towards your attack range, start attacking him. If you have done everything right, he should be bugged and you can DPS him down without having to deal with any of its mechanics. The overall drop rate in this dungeon is pretty disappointing, so at least, dear Gameforge, let us keep the bugs to make it more fun for everyone. Okay guys, that's it for the video. I wish you all lots of fun and good luck trying out those steps in your next Allos Cosmos run. Again, keep in mind that bug using can lead you to suspension of your account, so better only do this with close friends and on behalf of your own risk. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.